Hello my friends, thank you for joining me. This is David Ha'ivri. Today we are at the Rakevet Ha'emek, the rail station in the Yezrael Valley. This rail station was part of a network of trains that were built by the Ottoman Empire in 1905 in cooperation and support of the Germans. It was a German and Ottoman project. The train was called Rakevet Hijaz, the Hijaz Railway, the Hijaz Railroad. This railroad was a rail line from Damascus to Mecca, especially for pilgrims, for Muslim pilgrims who wanted to go to Mecca and Medina for their religious ceremonies. And this branch of the railroad, the Rakevet Ha'emek, the Valley Railroad, was a branch of that railroad. It came from Dara in Syria all the way through the Yezrael Valley to Haifa. 1905, Haifa was a very small fishing village. It wasn't a major port as it is today, but the architects of this railroad saw the potential in the Haifa location as becoming a port, so they built this railroad. This railroad was actually a great support for the Zionist settlement movement who settled in the valley. Many of the first kibbutzim were built through the valley, through the Emek, and they were supported by this railroad because there were no roads at that time in 1905. The roads were only broken out and paved in 1930. So this site is administered by a society for preserving historical buildings in Israel. They oversee 200 sites in Israel. This is one of the sites that they are not only involved in, but they actually administer the site, and they have their own local guides who can give a full history and explanation about this historical place. The railroad stopped its operations in the 40s, and only recently, in 2019, did the Israeli Railroad Authority open up a new modern railroad that goes, or train that goes from Haifa to Beit Sha'an, which is the same path of the historical train, or the historical railroad. So now there is a train from Beit Sha'an to Haifa on basically the same path. Again, this place is open to visitors. I will post the opening times, and it's a very nice place to visit. As far as accessibility, it's all ground floor, or most of it is ground floor. You don't need to go up any steps. The park itself is doesn't really have sidewalks. It's just an open ground. It seems to be accessible for wheelchairs or people with disability. The parking is just outside of the park. There are restrooms. They're clean. They're also on ground floor. So it's a really nice place to visit and to learn about the modern history of the land of Israel and Zionism and the establishment of the settlement movement here in the valley area. Feel free to contact me in the comment sections if you have any further questions, and I will be glad to advise or seek out more information if this can be helpful to you. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have, please subscribe and let your friends know about this channel. Be well. Shalom.